It is the 9th of December, and this is our first Indiecember game of today. It's called Dobbel Dungeon. Look at this art style, man. And the music is beautiful. Yeah, I love this art. Look at the cat, man. Yeah, it's super cute. Incredibly cute. Yeah, look at all this. Even just like the little details like the plant moving and everything like this. It's fantastic. Do you want to play beginner, normal, challenging, or tactician? Difficulty cannot be changed during the adventure. Enemies behave normally. Defeated heroes become ghosts after battle. Defeated heroes are fully restored after battle. Tactician? I'm probably gonna get wrecked, dude. I love the idea of defeated heroes become ghosts after battle, which means permadeath, right? Let's go with challenging. Let's go with challenging and see what happens. It's got full cutscenes. Look at him go. Wait. Is that someone at your studio making a cat noise? Pig. This art is super wild, dude. Amber, the pyromancer. Elm, the druid. Look at him. Over the course of many years, Elm has become one with nature, learning to bend both its healing and destructive properties to its will. Amber is one of the fiercest hotheads around, and she's ready to use her mastery of fire to give wannabe bullies a taste of their own medicine. Christian, the paladin. As a sworn protector, Christian will gladly put himself in harm's way, channeling the powers of his sacred oath to smite evildoers. There's a bunch of other classes in here, too, secret ones. That one's got a gun. It's got a gun. It's got a gun, Chad. What is that? Wait. Is that a robot? That one's riding a robot. Oh, you can see it's riding a robot. What other gun? Is that a pirate? That's totally a pirate. It's got a cutlass. A gun. I need it. What does this guy do? Look at his abilities. Splash. Resistant to fire. Vulnerable to lightning damage. So it applies wet as a status effect to the enemy. This one regains dice roll divided by 2 HP. Reroll 1 dice. Dash. Physical damage claws, firebolt. Physical and shield. I think we should have a tank and a healer, right? So we had Christian to the party. Did we just get everybody? I think we get everybody. Screw it. Yeah. Hell yeah. Your wallet may not recover, dude. Fair. Tactics. Your mud artist from Dobbel Dungeon. Just want to tell I'm lurking here. Hello. I hope you're having a wonderful day. Thor is bankrupting chat this month. That's right. The entire intention of Indiecember was to drain your Steam wallet to 0. Maybe even to negative. We'll see. Somebody please help me. My little piggies have gone berserk. Oh, dude, I'm gonna kill this guy's pigs. You can move the camera around with WASD or by dragging the right mouse button. Nice. Rotate with Q and E or dragging the middle mouse wheel. Very cool. Oh, tactics. Oh, it feels really fluid and good. Look at that. Yeah, it feels nice. Listen to the music. That's really pretty. Every action, except moving, requires dice as input, as indicated by the square slots at the bottom of the action card. Whenever a die appears in the action's description, that action output is dependent on its input, so we roll dice each time. Can I roll this? Okay. I can select attack, and we're going to do 4 damage. Get him! Now spend your remaining die on another action. We'll defend. Oh, that's sick. So you roll your dice at the beginning of the turn, he gets 2 dice, then you can use those for different actions that you want. That's awesome. That's a really interesting way to do that. I really like that. My bones! Also, I have to say, I really like the use of the trees like this, where you can see that they fade in and fade out. You see that up there? They've done a really good job in making sure that the inside of the tree actually has a model for it. So there's two models that are at play there, and they look really good together. Nice job. I rolled 2 1s. I'll never financially recover from this. Actually, I'm going to re-roll that dice. Can I re-roll it? I can, right? Yeah, we're going to do that. A 6! I should have used it for an attack. I'm full. Can I buff myself? Oh, that's extra movement. Alright. Wait, he can't do anything to me. Oh, no! He knew. Wow, this sucks. Let's re-roll that. Nice. Eat it. Oh, he dropped gold in the form of a dice. Did you see that? I don't know what just happened. There was this weird shockwave, and then... Wait, what was that? Oh no, there's more of them. What's all that ruckus I'm hearing? Are you guys alright? Don't worry, we'll teach those bullies how to behave. Come on, Elm. Let's give Chris a hand. Sick. Alright. Elma's gonna go afterwards. I don't think we want him going super far. We haven't moved him yet this turn, so we're gonna move him over to here to reposition, because those guys are all melee. Do defense on him, and I think we can end the turn out now. Oh, wait, is she moving on her own? Oh, wait, no, never mind. Alright, we get a claw. Can we firebolt it? We can. Yes! Burn it! Nice. And then... extra movement. We'll move over there. I love that. I love that you have so many options to, like, move around and do stuff. So the maximum heal he can do is 3, effectively. Not like I could roll worse, right? We're gonna start healing that other guy, too. Yeah, no, go wishlist this. 100%. This is rad, man. Oh? He's getting a double move? No. Yeah, he's dashing. Oh! He can't attack and move at the same time, though. Or can he? No, he can't. Alright. Those are some good hits. I'm gonna use this for an attack. Wreck that, and then we'll do a defend. It looks like he keeps his defense from each turn, too, so we can start scaling it up. It was a nice feeling. I can just do physical attack, 1 claw on that. 2 coins from that. I love that the gold drop is it rolls a dice to tell you how much gold came off, and it's a golden dice, so it landed on a 2. That's just neat. Really well done. If we have 2 different attacks, then I can use both of them. Yeah, that's awesome. Really cool. Ooh, that's not great. What is his attack? Wet? I'm gonna re-roll that dice. That dice sucked. Nice. Wait. That always does 3 damage. That was useless. Using a 3 or using a 6 on that did nothing. Soggy attack, dude. That's not great. Still got a shield, doesn't matter. Reroll that. Nice. Wrecked. Feels good. You have my attention? Dude, this had my interest. Now it has my attention. The combat in it feels very fluid, dynamic, and interesting. And I'm interested to see how that evolves over time. What kind of abilities you get, maybe items, gear, I don't know yet. But it feels good. Thank you guys for saving my butt out there. As I was trying to say, I was tending your piggies when I turned around to grab some carrots I felt this weird shockwave pass through me. When I turned back, all our piggies were gone, and their pen was swarming with those things. We also felt that shockwave, and were able to trace its origins back to the witch's abode. When we went to check on her, the whole place was turned upside down, and the witch was nowhere to be found. Yeah, we think she messed up big time. Oh my. If that's the case, I don't think this trouble will be contained to our little farm. Say, I don't mean to impose, but would you guys mind checking on my friends to see if they're okay? But of course, we shall not rest until we get to the bottom of this magical mess. Let's go, friends. We've got a lot of work to do. Nice. Skill points. Skill points. Skill points. And gold. No, I won't check on your friends. I'm going home. Yeah, exactly. Oh, dude, this overworld looks super pretty. Look at this. That's fantastic, man. Oh my god, he has so many. He has so many skills. We have 3 skill points, so we have to use them across all of our characters. So we have a talent tree for each of these characters. We only get 3 skill points, and we have to use them across all the characters. So if we go into here, and we put that one on like this, we only have 2 left, but we can remove skills. So if I don't want to have Claw on her, because I'm using Fireball, right? We can do that, but now she doesn't have a melee attack. But this is really interesting, because I can remove Dash, if I want. We can also add extra rolls on different characters, and we can specialize this way. So that is really interesting to me. So I can get rid of his extra movement, and get rid of his extra movement, and I can start applying other stuff, like maximizing his healing. Because now it's +2 and multiplied by 2. Which is super interesting. Go over here, pop that into fire, go over here, and pop that into his defense. And now we can really go, like, kind of specializing the characters like that. So for this, she needs 3 more points, so I'll probably do 1 and 2 on this, and then do plus HP. Or maybe flame armor. It has to be an odd dice on this one. But this removes the input dice value constraints. I'm gonna get flame armor. That's cool as hell. Or we can do... I think I'll do +4 max HP right now. For that. He only has 1 point that way. She has 1 point that way. He has 1 point that way. Nice. Yeah, this feels good. Now we've specialized the characters. There's skill points there. Yeah, we can go to this one and get skill points. That one is also skill points. But there seems to be a complete badass in the other one. We're gonna do this one. It's a super cute game. Oh! The villager child. Stay where you are. No movement, villager child. Wait, am I playing as the villager child? Or am I playing as my character? Oh my god, I'm playing as the villager child. Let's just end the turn. Don't move at all. Stay in the corner, villager child. Druid bro. What do you got? Alright, we just need this, and then we'll apply there, because no matter what the dice is, we just use a dice on it. And now we'll move. And end the turn there. Alright, Christian's turn. He needs high-level dice, so we're going to move all the way up here. I'm going to re-roll this dice, because that sucked. Just got stuck on the terrain, that's funny. And then do an attack. That one's down. And a defend. That gives me 5 shield for a 4 now? Okay. That's great. My boy's getting strong. A 6. Okay. Oh. Oh. The music is so good. My bones! I love that they also just do this animation when they do it. Yeah, we made some instant bacon right there, dude. Boink. Nice movement, dude. If I can roll a 6, I can one-shot these guys. I think I can do it with a 5, too. Oh, wait, he might shoot. No, he didn't shoot. No, child, stay in the corner. You do nothing.
Lord Druid,
I'm gonna move up here, and then I'm gonna use that 1 to do 3 damage. Bap. Alright, good. And one, your turn. Oh! Oh, I think I could do better than that. I'm gonna reroll that too. Nice. That man is dead. I killed him instantly. You think the child can buff one of your units? Maybe. But could I live with myself if they died? That's the real question. Sick. What do you think of the music of this one? It's like a jam, dude. It's really, really quite good. I think by moving around my skill points, I've become completely terrifying, by the way. Let's see if the child can buff people. Oh no, it just buffs the child. Yeah. Let's re-roll that horrible dice. That's good. We'll do a heal on you. 8 HP. And then we'll do this, and that guy dies. Blap. I feel like I should have done the even higher difficulty. But maybe it will get scary soon. We'll see. Wrecked. But just watching for 2 minutes, you already kind of understand what's happening. Always a good sign. Yeah, no, it feels really good. And it looks like we get skill points for applying different effects throughout that. So doing specific actions like applying burning and so on and so forth. Which I think is quite good, because now we can go into the party and we can do this and then become even scarier. Even further beyond. These characters don't have very much HP, but I think that's probably fine, to be honest. We need 2 more skill points. So if I do flame armor like that, now we get up here and I get 3 more points. Roll 1 extra dice per turn. Fireball. It has an AoE radius. And it uses 2 dice. Okay, 1 extra dice per turn for sure. Deal fire damage to all adjacent targets, then teleport to the selected location. That's hilarious. Become resistant to fire damage. Target's next 3 melee attacks deal an additional 2 fire damage. So I could buff Christian with that. Dude, there's only one answer. Fireball. No longer require the same value, so we'd have completely different values now. I think that's good. Yeah. How much does Fireball cost? 2 dice, but they had to be the same value before, and now they don't have to be the same value. So I could just use 2 different dice and then divide by 2 fire damage. So it will always do the same amount as, say, a normal one, but now I get 1 extra dice per turn, and it's an AoE. Always cast Fireball. And this will make it so it inflicts burning, kind of like this one does. Technically, this one is going to be better, because we could do 7 damage with the output increased by 1. And this would need 2 6s to do less damage. Like, this is always going to do better. But this is AoE, which I think I'm fine with. I think that's cool. Now I can get rid of that, and I can put it on here. So now Flame Armor is even stronger, but she has less HP. Who made the music? I don't know. Who could have made the music? Who could it have been? Guess who made it? Who could have possibly made this music, chat? It is very nice, isn't it? We got a 5 and a 5. Those are pretty good. Nice. The 6 shield is pretty nice right now. Do we have anyone to save in here? There's no one to save. I have to destroy all pork tents. I have to defeat all enemies, defeat enemies with ranged attacks, and defeat enemies with fire damage. Got it. Wow, Elm, this is a very bad roll, buddy. We gotta get Elm out of here. This is dangerous as all hell. Blap. End that turn. Oh my god, the dice. Let's reroll that one. Alright, that's cool. That would do 5 damage. Yeah, we're gonna do this. Fire buff. Oh. Light him up. He's got burning on him now. End the turn. Oh, that's bad. He might die. Oh god, he might die. Don't turn into a ghost. Ow. Don't die, don't die, don't die, don't die. Don't die, don't die. Live. Live, you fool! I just wanted fireball. I didn't want my boy to die. Alright, that's fine. Don't you do it. What is that? Alright, we're gonna go over here. Okay, he can only heal himself. Damn. Oh, I didn't kill him. He could totally kill Elm. No! Wait. Oh, thank God. If he would have gone to Elm, Elm would be dead right now, dude. Wait, no. We're gonna move to there. Attack. Water. Yeah. Do that on him. Eat it. And then heal yourself. You fool. Nice. No longer in death range. You did choose hard difficulty? You're right. I ain't no baby. Okay, that roll sucked. Another dice, come on. Oh, 1 into a 2? Fine. Awful, but whatever. Alright, let's sync. I can do this. Do 4 damage on those. Oh, I love Fireball. And then we can do this. And take that dude out for good. Feels good, man. 1 to 2 is 100% improvement. Yeah, but it doesn't feel very good, does it? Oh, Christian might die. He dies to the fire. Oh, that's bad. No! My boy! Well, I think he's gone forever, isn't he? Isn't he permadead? I think he's a ghost now, yeah? How do we get him back? I actually have no idea. Yeah, it's permadeath. I have it set to permadeath, so... I think he's gone, dude. He turns into a ghost, I guess. I must regretfully inform you that the permadeath has taken hold. Let's think about this. Do we want to do those two? We could also do that. I think this is more cost-effective right now. And then we could do this. And take that guy out. Nice. Should be out of range for big man. I gotta take down the tent though, man. Oh. Shouldn't have gone this direction first. The brute. No. Come on, don't do it. I think that tent just keeps producing units. This is a problem, actually. Yeah, this is really bad. I may wipe. It may be over, chat. Yeah, it may, the clown car tent is bad, dude. Light it up! Oh, I can't clown car that guy, can I? Let's reroll this dice, and we can do... This is the Hail Mary. Shit. That sucks. Oh, no! Burn the tent! Burn the tent! The clown car is growing. It's over. I won't survive. My beautiful Elm is dead now. Is there a flea? I don't think so. Just the slow, methodical good night. I didn't realize the tent would summon a million new units. That was my main regret. Let's see if we can do a restart. Oh wait, we do have a flea. You will fail this mission, receive no rewards. Party members defeated in this mission will remain defeated. What happens if we flee? Do we fail that forever? Do I restart this? One of your heroes defeated during battle is turned into a ghost. When a hero becomes a ghost, their equipment and skill tree become unavailable. Any items you had previously equipped are returned to your inventory. Ghosts can still fight for you in combat, but they will use a ghost-specific skill set instead of their now unavailable skill tree. Do not count as living heroes. When the last living hero in your party is defeated, it's game over. Seek out the mystic to restore your ghost back to life. Where's the mystic? Okay, the mystic's over here. Is that the mystic? Oh, we have to release them first. I think I may have scuffed my run, guys. I'm gonna restart. I think I actually scuffed my run, unironically. We're gonna do this back on normal. Because I scuffed my run. Unironically scuffed. Yeah. That's funny as hell. I didn't have the ability to, like, regenerate people yet. And totally lost 2 of my 3 party members. Hard turns out it's actually hard. Good. Minigames say hard, and they don't mean it. Wait, does this start off with a tent? Wait a minute. The battles are randomized. That's interesting. The battles are totally randomized. Huh. Huh. Wow, I rolled a 2 for a 2. Good trade. No, that's super interesting, actually. We have to apply wet to enemies this time. Let me do this. Do I apply wet to that? Can I apply wet to that? Wet. There we go. Wet to 1 enemy so far. End the mission with Elm at full HP. Buff him with more movement. A dice roll mechanic is great. It really is. I didn't realize that this was all randomized. Like, even the events, like the fights being completely different every time is very interesting. It sucked. I'm getting bad rolls. Crush it. Now we know to hit those first. Because they're very dangerous. My bones! I love that they throw the dice and then it lands on their head for a moment. It's quite funny, actually. Oh, wait. Oh, because it can't be in melee. Let's see if Elm's attack here actually applies wet on a kill. It did. Okay, so that counted. Yeah, let's hit him with that. You like how the environment affects the dice? I do too. Alright, we got steel boots this time as well. It's a completely different loot. It's totally new. So everything is different. Wow. Okay. Yeah, because last time I got completely different statistics for that. I got like a healing potion. That's wild, actually. Nice. Your next melee attack deals an additional 4 holy damage. 1 extra dice per turn. Target regains HP. Gain 1 shield at the start of your turn. Ooh. I'm gonna say extra dice, man. Yeah. Extra dice on our tank boy. Oh wait, this is a different event this time too, look. A common item. It's all different. It's all different. I thought he was a fighter. He's a paladin. Yeah, he's a paladin. Look at this. No, this is totally different. Okay, we can't shoot through the rock. Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson is too powerful. Oh, we have another tent. Damn tents. What can we do? Nothing. Gain that 6 shield. How much attack would this be? He slaps now, dude. We're gonna have to get that cart out of here, and I have to take down that tent as quickly as possible. But our boy is a mad tank now. No! Not the moo cow. Oh, he's just gonna move forward. You fool! No! It's an escort mission. Alright, let's throw the 5 on here. Start putting damage on the tent. Get rid of that damn thing. Heal this guy. There we go. And that turnout. And we'll put our complete and total badass up here. Chunked. I'm gonna re-roll. Oh, okay. I was gonna re-roll it. Never mind. Can we do that again? We could do a second attack, but no one's in range. I just gotta get him up on that tent, and we're good to go. Okay. I have to kill 2 enemies with fire, though, before we move forward. And rolling a 1 is definitely not gonna do that, so... Let's re-roll that 1, dude. Alright, that's better. That's 1 down. Boop. Alright, I'm gonna get rid of the tent. But I'm not gonna get rid of the enemies, because I need to have those enemies die to fire. We're not gonna get that extra skill point. I don't think she can hit it from here. Nope. This is a nightmare dev-wise? For what? You mean for doing undo buttons? And things like that? Storing every action? Not as scary as you would think for storing the actions. Just needs to be tested around. To make sure that everything actually does get reset. That's the big scary thing for that. That almost kills him anyway. Pop. I do believe that I've created a monster, and that Christian is currently unkillable. Yeah, the fact that the game is randomized every run is way more impressive to me than an undo button, right? No! It's so close. I need him to die to fire. What you gonna do, man? What you doing? Okay. There we go. Let's re-roll that 1. Nice! Love to see that. Eat it. We did it. You can soften them up. Why? Fireball, dude. Can I wear 2 sets of boots? I can have so many boots. I can have 20 health and 4 mobility. Although, to be honest with you, I think I'm gonna give him the boots. He needs to have some more HP as our healer. We could just re-roll everything until you get a 6. And then get 4 max HP. That seems like the right way to do this. Wait, did that give me more points? Oh, we actually have a lot more points. 1 extra dice. And then more... fire... Let's see. More health. So now we got 13 HP, 15 HP, and 16 HP. I think that's... tanky is the way right now. Making people not dead first is like kind of the primary goal right now. Oh, we can get a shop at that one. That's a common item. We've done this one before. Save the kid. It seems like everything has a tent this time. I think I want to go for the shop. That's 300 gold. This one's 200 gold. This is probably going to be easier. We're going to go to this one first. Defeat enemies with ranged attacks. Okay, we got some big lads, but we don't have a tent, which is great. All right, I'm going to put him all the way up here. Sup? Get chunky. Don't you do it. Don't you do it, man. Save the kid. Save the world. Yeah, exactly. Let's re-roll that 3. I mean, let's re-roll that 3. Now we can re-roll a 5. Or a 4, rather. Alright, that's fine. Whatever. Light him up! Let's see. Defeat enemies with ranged attacks. That's 1. Four enemies really close together. I don't have AoE yet. That's the problem. Wet. Alright, there we go. Oh god. No! My boy. My boy is scary though, so... Are you gonna shoot? Oh my god, from that range? That's not great. I'll use her to kill him next turn. Our big lads can't get in, so... God, they move fast. Actually, it's scary. Don't do it. Don't do it. Don't do it. Oh. Okay, I can heal him. It'll be fun. Child, hide in the corner. More in the corner, I guess. Yeah, this is fine. That's fine. End in the corner. Okay. I can do a 6, and then we can re-roll this into a 5, and then I get a second attack. We can use that second attack to kill him. And then we could use our healer bro. Actually, he won't be the next turn. It's gonna be this guy. Can she throw... She can throw rocks, maybe? Ugh. Oh, I got a 6 in there. This dude's totally dead. Eat it! And now, our druid... I just realized I should have done a shield on him and I didn't do it. Mistakes. Got that one. Pop a heal on him. Nice. Yeah, I didn't do the defend dice. It was a mistake. Is he gonna get close enough? Oh god, no. Okay, thank god it was a dash. What is your attack? You throw a rock. I mean, like... You know? Nope, can't do it. My god. Do you want to see some bacon, Chet? Mmm. Bacon. The double swing, dude. The double swing. Double attack is crazy, though. Legitimately so. Okay, let's re-roll some of these. Hopefully I'll get a 6. You're not a 6. You're a 6. Light him up. Alright, good. Druid is next. And the druid, I think, kills him, actually. Yeah. Eat it. And we get all the extra points. Everything is great. So I get 5 skill points instead of just the normal 3. And I get another steel boots. What do I do with all these boots? Everybody has boots now. Boot gloves? Yes. Equipment? There we go. Somehow our fire mage now has the highest amount of HP out of anybody, which is hilarious. I think I should do this. Right? AoE good. And then we go over to you. You get an extra HP go. Shocking Grasp. Range of 1, so he touches you and then you get lightning. I think I'm gonna use the increase the output of Splash, so it'll do 4 damage, even on a 1. That seems really nice. Yeah, we'll do that. And then next turn, next point, I will put extra dice on him. Output, output. Increases all healing done by 1. We'll do Nature's Touch in the next one. So extra dice and then Nature's Touch. Restraining a target is crazy, actually. Anything that's CC is, like, big, big, big. This will be the last round, and then we bring on the devs and we talk about the game while we're doing more video game. Oh, there's a tent. There's a tent. That's bad. Not a tent. Oh, nobody can get hit from here. Worthless. Come on, man. I gotta get our boy all the way up there. Yeah, the druid uses balloon static. Yeah, I gotta kill the tent first. The problem is it's way up there. Like, way, way up there. Maybe I'll take that. No. Okay, we can knock that dude out. And then we can do this with our other points that I have. It's not perfect, but it'll do. 7 shield on you know, round 1. That feels good. Oh, God. Okay, only 3. That's fine. That was a meme. That was way less scary than I thought it was going to be. Pork brute. How many pigs did this guy have? You know what I mean? How many pigs did he have? This little farmer had like an entire army of pigs. Let's do that. Hit him for 4. And then we can do a heal on you. There we go. And we got too many guys now. He rolled 2 1s. Nice. Oh my god, this is bad, actually. There's a lot of guys coming up. Okay, AoE is the only way. Nice. Nice. Not so nice. Alright, well, you win some, you lose some. We're gonna do this. Oh, that would hit my own guys, wouldn't it? You know, if they didn't want to get caught in the fireball, they shouldn't have been in the room, right? You know what I mean? I feel like that's their fault at that point. It's fireball. That's like how it works, you know? I feel like that's just part of fireball. I want to do that, actually. We'll go all the way up here. Fireball this. Oh, that sucks. There we go. There we go. Light him up. And then we'll do one of these. And we'll do that so he dies in the next turn. The moment his turn starts, he's baking. Cooked. Dead to physical. Roll a new dice. Yeah, I'm going for the tent. Oh. More shield. It's not good. We got a lot of damage going out. Come on, don't. Don't, you horrible thing. Oh. They might be able to kill it. No, maybe not. We should be okay. I don't think they can reach it. It's producing more dudes. Okay, let's do this. We're gonna heal you. Cool. And then... Oh, I could have killed that guy. Oh well. Hit that guy. Now we're gonna get 2 turns of enemies, but he shouldn't be able to reach anyone but you or you. Perfect. Fantastic. Yeah, I healed the carriage. Yeah. I was healing it before, but it's just gonna keep beating it up. I'm gonna try really hard to kill it. Okay, let's start re-rolling these. Terrible. Not so bad. I mean, one more. Alright, I'll take it. How much health does that guy have? Light him up! And now we can do this. And hit the tent and that guy. Which is pretty nice. That feels good. And now you can kill this guy with your absolutely absurd amount of damage. Love to see that. Chop. Chop. And that fulfills our last obligation inside of the dungeon. Elm just needs to be at full HP at the end of the round. Ah. Double ones? My man. You ever just... You know, you ever just... Feels bad. Thankfully, his damage doesn't go downwards based on rolling ones. He always does 4 damage, which is kind of a blessing and a curse, because it doesn't scale. My bones! Let's reroll that one. Give me a 6. Give me a 6! I'll take that. That's fine. Roasted. Roasted. Cook him, chat. The bacon. It's time. Nice. We did it! Nice. We got a shop activated, too. Alright, Ruby's Relics. What do we got? Alright. Very cursed dice. 2 extra dice. Minus 6 HP. That's a cool... That's a mimic, dude. I love the idea of a mimic dice. Ring of Vitality. Blazing Amulet. Take 1 fire damage at the start of your turn. All your melee attacks deal an additional 3 fire damage. I mean... An equipment that's a healer's kit? A spiked shield. Okay, that's enormous. Like, that's really good. Increase output by 1 on defend? I think I have to buy this. Yeah, no, I think this is the right way. I'm getting that. Get that. And I'm gonna get that. Nice. How much money you have? I had 1,000, so like, yeah. The odds of steel boots have been insane so far. It's just steel boots across the board for everybody. Put that all the way over there. That's sick. I think you have low HP, so we're gonna give him the ring. And then we're gonna give him that. So 21 HP, 21 HP, and 22 HP. I think we're doing well there. And now, extra dice for you. And then maybe... What else? What else can we do with this? Maybe bonus HP? Healing? Yeah, probably healing boost. And the amount of uses on Splash. Seems good. This is range 1 to 5, but it only uses odd dice. Oh, can add bleeding. Maybe not this. Because we have... Oh wait, no, we'll just do that. Increase the amount of uses by 1, add conditional, only odd dice, and 4 and above it adds bleeding. So if we get a 5, because it's only odd, so you have to get a 5 to do Entangle with Bleed. Alright. That seems good. I'm into that. I'm gonna go hop on with the devs now. Give me just a minute.
Hello, test 1, 2, 3.
There we go. Alright. So, if you'd like to introduce yourself to the community and let everybody know what you're working on, what this game is.
Yeah, I'm Jim. I'm the programmer / game designer over at GamePie. We're a Dutch studio, and we are making Double Dungeon, as you can see. Yeah, so this is kind of our take on a sort of entry-level tactics RPG with randomized elements, kind of made for people who maybe don't necessarily have the time to get invested in something like a Baldur's Gate with 60 hours plus of content, but still want to experience that kind of like that RPG vibe, that sense of progression, all that stuff, but then in a bit more of a compact format. And then also, you know, with the whole twist of the dice rolling up front instead of after you choose your action, stuff like that. So yeah, I think that's the gist of it.
I actually really like the dice rolling mechanics. So like when we're in a combat, the idea of it being rolled at the start of the turn and then you use those dice for different things. What brought that about? Because I don't think I've seen that before. I've never seen like roll dice at first and then assign them. And I do a lot of tabletop RPG stuff, so this is really interesting to me. Like, I think this feels unique, but I'm wondering if it came from somewhere.
Yeah, I can definitely recommend you try out Dicey Dungeons, which is basically where we essentially ripped the mechanic from. Because I played that game a while back, and then I was like, wait, this is a super interesting mechanic, but in that game it's kind of like 1v1 battles only, and I was wondering if I could, what if I put that mechanic in more of a tactical context with multiple units? Like, would that even work UI-wise, and is that even fun and stuff like that? So, yeah, Dicey Dungeons is really the inspiration for the action system there.
That's fantastic. Yeah, I had no idea that there were games that did that kind of a mechanic. I think it's really interesting. I really love the kind of like, I don't know, it feels really charming, I guess, is to be able to do this, and it like bonks on their head and like rolls around the environment with this 3D environment. I love that. Can you talk a little bit about the kind of the art style and the direction for that? Because it's very, very charming.
Yeah, it's a shame that Michelle, our artist, couldn't join the chat today, but I'll try my best to explain it as much as possible. Yeah, it kind of like a bit of backstory. This whole project kind of started as like a hobby project of mine, and then at some point it turned out that, hey, this is pretty fun. And Michelle, who is also my girlfriend, saw this and was like, hey, you know what? And she also works in the worked in the game industry before we officially started this. She was like, you know what? Let's do this together. I will join you and like this is kind of her sort of signature art style, if you will. She was like, okay, I'm gonna try to make this look sort of like claymation style thing, like sort of Nintendo-y. So we're kind of trying to get that Nintendo level of quality, but then on an indie scale, if you will.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm gonna light my own guy on fire real quick so I can get this cleared, because I had to kill 2 enemies with 1 action. Might as well blow up your own guy to get it done.
Sacrifices have to be made.
Yeah. Honestly, I think she nailed it. I think that this art is really, really pretty. I love all the detail. Like, as we rotate the camera into the tree, it like turns into like, you can actually see the interior of the tree, and there's a whole model in there, and it looks really, really nice. And it's just not like a flat cut like a lot of games would do. It's a full model on that. And it just feels... It feels really whimsy, feels really charming. It's hard for me to find a word for it, but it feels nice, right? It feels like soft and good. And then at the same time, you're fighting a tactics game where monsters will just straight up kill you, as we saw in my first run.
Yeah.
Yeah,
that is kind of a mixed thing. Like, we obviously like it, and also like since this kind of came together as, okay, I started this as a tactics thing, and then she joined, and it became a bit more cutesy, and then we also, like, as we went, we kind of adjusted our whole design on the fact that we are now making this to be a bit more beginner friendly, a bit more casual, a bit more cutesy. But then again, on the other hand, like, we have also received the feedback that it might be a bit of a bit too much of a contradiction, if you will. But I mean, we believe in it. It's just a matter of finding the people who also believe it.
I don't believe it's a contradiction, like a too much of a contradiction. I think it sets you apart and makes your game feel unique, legitimately so. I have not seen a tactics game that looks and feels like this, and the fact that it does is very cool to me, right? So, like, as much as there is feedback that people are saying that, I think you're making something very interesting here, and I like the direction you're going because it is different, you know? So, outside of that, how many people are on your team in total, actually?
Well, the core development team is basically just me and Michelle. Me doing all the programming and most of the design stuff, and Michelle doing all of the visual stuff. We have hired Stijn, as mentioned in the chat, as our composer, who's doing an awesome job. And then we do some, we hire some voice actors here and there to voice the various characters and stuff. But it's at the core, it's just the 2 of us, really.
That makes sense. I mean, you've done a fantastic job for a 2-person team, and hiring Stijn is definitely a good move. I may know them.
Yeah, I heard something about that.
Maybe it's a little bit, yeah. No, honestly, I think that it's all come together quite nicely, and Stein's music is very well suited for a game that has this kind of art style. It fits the whimsical art very well, I think. So I think that all comes together great. And yeah, I'm kind of interested. How has the reception been for your demo so far? Because I saw you have the demo out, but you don't have the full game out.
Yeah, I mean, so far it's really only been good stuff. I mean, some of the more negative stuff has been spared in the official comments, as we also have a feedback system in-game. So if you notice anything at all. There's a button you can press, and you can just send us your feedback directly, and we'll have a look. So a lot of bugs have been able to be fixed without them being publicly surfaced, basically.
That's good. Yeah, it's actually really good news.
Yeah, but honestly, really surprised how few really negative things we've seen. Like, it's mostly, holy shit, I love this art style, and people see the art, they think, oh, I want to try it, and then they stay for the gameplay. So it's like we hit that nail pretty well on the head.
You definitely did, because I'm kind of blown away by the gameplay on top of it, because it is just really interesting, good feeling tactics game, right? Like I am enjoying this quite a bit, and then as I'm playing through it, I'm finding the new combinations, new different ways to play the characters, and just go from there. What is kind of the end game for this? Is it just clear the map and then you're done, or are there other ways to play through it? Are there other game modes?
So this demo is basically an extended version of one of the 4 islands that will be in the final game in total, which will then also be ended with a final boss thing. I don't know if you've played Into the Breach at all, just for reference. So we're basically following a similar overworld kind of structure where you can pick and choose which islands you will visit, and then at some point you can choose to either do the final boss or continue on and get some more stuff.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, and then like the whole point of the game is that, it is relatively short, but you do unlock new heroes as you play, and then you can try again with different party combinations, different skill setups, different items, different routes you want to take. Like maybe you want to do a different island first, because as you play, obviously, as you might have noticed, like the enemies get more and more strong as you play, but then also, as you complete islands, you get more elite variants of them. And depending on which island you choose first, you get different variants, blah, 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 blah.
So it looks like you have, like, summons and all types of things in this. Do those summons actually get their own action turn, or do they move on my main character's turn? Do they count as a separate unit?
Yeah, they count as separate units. So it's basically extra heroes to control, except with the trade-off that they usually have a lot less health and aren't as strong. But yeah.
I love this, by the way. So for all of these graphics, everything you've done in here, has all of this art been done in Blender? Has it been done as a physical model? Like, how does this work? What is the workflow for creating this art?
This is all done in Blender with a very specific clay shader. It's basically an asset available in Blender, and then in Unity we try to kind of recreate that shader, but then for Unity, because we really like that whole art style thing. All of the renders of all the icons and stuff that's rendered in Blender, and then everything like all the models in game that's still exported through Blender into Unity, but this has a separate shader.
How has it been working with Unity, by the way? Like, trying to build this out? Have you run into any, like, weirdness, any, like, difficult things for this at all?
I mean, I worked with Unity for 5 years before I started this project, so for me, this was the tool that I was familiar with the most. So I can't say I have encountered much weird stuff, other than this is the first time that I'm programming a game of this scale and this complexity. So just in general, there has been a lot of figuring out how to write the proper tools for creating and managing all the various actions and items, and getting the whole procedural generation properly configured and actually working and stuff. But I mean, tools wise, it's Unity's pretty great.
So I'm actually interested in that. You said procedural generation. Are these maps procedurally generated, or did you hand build these and then just randomize which ones are pulled? Really? Oh, that's fantastic.
Yeah, it's a bit of a combination of both, because like we sort of use. I saw one of those GDC talks from the guys from XCOM, and they were like, "Hey, we have this system where we essentially configure a plot, which is like a square of, let's say, 5 by 5 tiles, and then we have multiple of those in the map." And then each one of those is represented by like a pre-made parcel, which is just another set of data which contains, okay, this is where obstacles may spawn, and here's where players may spawn, and all that stuff. And then it just populates that template, and then it, as a final pass, it actually populates everything with obstacles and walls and stuff.
That's awesome. Yeah, no, I didn't realize that was procedural. I thought they were just randomly generated, or randomly selected, rather, I guess would be the right word. But no, that's really, really interesting. I did notice when I started to run over, it's completely different layout, completely different objectives. It's quite awesome. So you guys put a lot of effort into that. And that feels, to me, it feels really good. Wait, what is this?
Glad to hear it.
So the imps can blow themselves up. Nice. That's fantastic. Heck yeah. Imp. I love the idea of, like, summoning a bunch of little imps. That's rad. So what is next for this? What do you guys have to finish or polish, the thing you're focusing on the most, so that you can get to launch day?
Yeah, we're currently wrapping up the final island, if you will, which we will hopefully be able to start a playtest for soon, so we can actually test and check if everything works the way we intended. And then it's really just finalizing the final battle, making sure that everything is as polished as it can be. Some missing models currently still that would get that sorted. Yeah, so it's really just the last final bits, making sure everything is tied together nicely, that all the dialogue is in place, and then testing the hell out of it, fixing all the bugs, as many as we can. And then hopefully early next year we'll be able to actually launch this.
That's fantastic. Oh, I have to hit my own druid, but it's worth it. Got both of my bonus objectives at the same time. Feels good. The bonus objectives feel fantastic, by the way. Like, something about that just feels really nice, because you have to think about the combat differently every time. Even if it's, like, the same character is built in the same way, like, you try differently. And I really enjoy that. I think it's done quite well. Do you have any idea about maybe allowing people to build their own maps or their own sort of challenges or mini campaigns through this? Through, like, maybe something like Steam Workshop?
I mean, that sounds awesome, but
it's a lot of work.
We are a team of two, it's a lot of work, and I don't think we're gonna have the time to do anything. Like, same as with multiplayer, like, this would be perfect as a multiplayer thing, but we kind of set it up in a way that, you know, adding that now really isn't an option for us.
That's fair.
So, if at all, a Dobbel Dungeon 2 in the future will probably have it, but that's all dependent on how well this is gonna do, of course.
Yeah. So, let's say that everything goes incredibly crazy well. What would you add to this game as your first priority if you had unlimited resources, unlimited use? Whatever you could possibly imagine.
Honestly, I would try this in a non-grid-based context, so more of a fluid form thing, and also with height, so that we can have more dynamic map situations happening.
Interesting.
Yeah, just something that I really liked about, you know, the things like the Baldur's Gate, and also Mario Rabbids also has a similar setup, not grid. The second one, which isn't grid-based. Yeah, that, and then of course, like, if possible, multiplayer, and then design the whole game around the fact that it is multiplayer rather than adding it after the fact.
No, that makes sense. The idea of doing multiplayer campaigns in this sounds phenomenal. You know, I do think that would be very, very cool if you could ever pull it off. You know, that's a difficult thing, and it's always tough to be like, you never know how well the game is going to do, and you never know if you're going to have the resources to pull it off. So it's cool that you have these ideas, even if you can't execute them yet, and then you may execute them later. You know.
Yeah.
It's just nice to hear, to be honest with you. And your game is very charming and very fun at the same time. And I think you've kind of hit on something I haven't seen really before in terms of, like, the playability is really good. It feels nice, and it is interesting because, like, most tactics games do have height. Was there a reason that you didn't go with height? Was it just difficulty, or did it not feel right?
We tried it at some point, and then you know, as we were playing around with it, we realized that, you know, for the complexity that we were going for, the added layers of height basically introduce a lot of technical complexity on our end without necessarily adding a lot more gameplay value, if you will. So then we decided, okay, you know, we're small, we're probably going to end up being scrapped for time at some point. Let's just see if we can make this work with just flat maps. So that's what we went with, and that seems to be going reasonably well now.
I just found out I can't heal a windmill. I don't know why I thought I could, but that's a problem.
Yeah, gotta keep an eye out.
Oh no! I don't want to lose.
It's fine. It's tanky.
It's pretty. I mean, I hope a windmill's tanky. You know. With the game coming out, I believe you guys have it listed as, is it next year? Yeah, quarter one, 2026. So you're almost there. Like, you're within the next 3 to 4 months, kind of a launch.
Yeah.
What are you thinking in terms of price point for this?
We're gonna start at a price point of 19.99 euros, so 20 euros, which has been described as pretty steep. But for us, I mean, I think it's a shame that a lot of indies don't, they charge like $5 for their games, and they're like, oh, they can't survive on this. So and also combined with the fact that most people these days don't really buy games for full price anyway, we think it's a reasonable price for the amount of effort and all the stuff that we've put in it. So
Yeah, no, that is a great price, I think. I think $20 is really not bad. So are you thinking about localizing prices as well? How do you feel about that overall?
yeah, I think we're just gonna stick with whatever Steam recommends. So it's probably gonna be like $20 and 20 euros. But then for the rest of the countries, I'm really not much of a marketing guy, so I trust the expertise of Valve and whoever else we're working with on that front.
I will tell you, spoilers, Valve does get it wrong for some regions, but those communities are usually quite willing to tell you that the price is too high. So that's about it. There's some regions that'll do that, like Australia, Poland, Brazil, and New Zealand and Canada usually get kind of owned by Steam automatic pricing. Then the Euro does too, but there's nothing you can do about that one.
Yeah, I guess we'll see that as those messages hit our inbox.
Yeah, no worries at all. Like, I find a lot of the times these communities are very willing to at least communicate, like, hey, this feels really bad. Can you do something about it? And it's on your side as the dev. It's so easy to change on Steam. It's like you press a button and then like it goes through in like 30 minutes. Like it's really not super bad. So I wouldn't worry too much about it, honestly. Give Brazil a good discount. Brazil loves games. They do. So what do you think, out of everything that your game does, this is going to be kind of a tougher one. What do you think your game does the worst? You gotta call your baby ugly. It's the hardest question.
I mean, the thing I'm worried about most, I'm not sure if that's the worst part because, the whole game isn't out yet, but the thing I'm worried about most is that people are gonna, that the whole thing is too short. Like, I know we're designing it to be relatively short and replayable, but the fear is always there that it might be a bit too short for the price that we're asking compared to some other games that we've seen, at least on Steam. And that might be a point of contention in the reviews at some point. Like we kind of had to make this trade-off. Like we kind of wanted to challenge ourselves to see, okay, how high of a quality level can we make if we do this full time, which is what you can see here. But then the trade-off is, we obviously can't make as much of it as we perhaps would have liked.
Yeah, no, that's fair. So you're worried about it being too short, but you said you had like 4 worlds, right? Very large amount of stuff there. Yeah,
still like with an estimated play time of around an hour or 2 per run, maybe, and then also with the fact that it is, if it's game over, it's game over, and you have to try. Try again.
I noticed that very quickly on my last run. I was like, "That's super game over, dude. It's over." Yeah, no, I completely felt that, so that made sense. Oh, we get meteor shower. Wow. Does that mean I could drop fireball? There's so many things to get. Oh, I love the idea of doing a combo of combust, too, because it looks like you have this here where you consume the target's burning. So if we light them on fire and then combust them in the same turn, they just detonate. Yeah, I love that.
Kablooey.
So with that being said, if that's the thing that you think is doing the worst, what do you think your game does the best? What does it add to the genre for tactics games that you haven't seen before, that you wanted to kind of evolve the genre on? Or you think does particularly well? There's also that, too.
I mean, the whole aesthetic of it is one thing. This whole art thing I don't think we've seen before. And that then also leads to the fact that we are trying to design this for people who may not necessarily have a lot of experience with these types of games. So we're like trying to keep all the actions and all the skills and items as simple as possible. Because for example, like I remember seeing some of the info screens for like a Warhammer 40k thing, and it's like boom, text, 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 and then you still don't know what the action does. Like we're trying to minimize that so that you can at least get a feel for, oh, this is what a tactics game does to your brain. Like you have to actually think about what you want to do. And then maybe if you like that, you can advance on to the more complex ones, like the Baldur's Gates and the XCOMs and whatnot.
Yeah.
So that's the aim, hopefully.
I like that. That makes sense. I'm thinking through how I'm going to actually do that. I have 5 dice now. No, I have 6 dice now. That's so many dice. I put the cursed dice on her, so she's just got it now. In terms of resistance for fireproof here, what does resistant to fire damage do? Is that 1-to-1? Is that like a percentage? How does that work in your combat system?
Yeah, resistance and vulnerability are 50% bonus or decrease. You also have immunity, which is complete negation. Yeah, we might need to tutorialize this a bit better, but if you can actually it might not be in the demo yet, but we did improve this in the full game, where you can actually inspect the action card and all the individual buffs to get deeper layers of descriptions.
If I right-click on them or somewhere else? Because I have it down here.
I will write that down, that is not functional yet.
Okay. Yeah, because I saw it down here, I tried to click it, tried to right-click it. It says become resistant to fire damage, but I don't know what it means. Mostly
I think you can click your character, maybe? Your own, yeah,
this unit
and
receives 50% less. There we go.
Yeah.
Okay, that makes more sense. Yeah, because I was like, what does this mean? Like, I know resistances are always going to be good, but, like, what does it mean, you know? Oh, can I just keep creating more of these? How many imps can I make in... Nice. More imps. Okay. Okay, terrifying character now. I'm just going to slash this guy to death, I think. This is the right way to do it. Nice. 3 per battle? Yeah, it's 3 per battle, but it makes me wonder, can I just, like, get them all going at the same time on the same turn, because she has 6 dice now. And it looks like the answer to that is technically yes. Oh, I can't do that. I have to do this. I need to do physical damage kills. And I have to apply bleed to enemies or I don't get my bonuses. If you miss a bonus in a run, is there no chance to recover that at all?
Yeah, you get 1 chance.
1 chance, okay.
Yeah,
Well,
although the bonus objectives are also procedurally populated based on what kind of actions and stuff your party currently has available.
I see.
So if we implemented it correctly, you shouldn't get any impossible ones, but there have been some bugs here and there.
Makes sense. Yeah, so far it's been all possible ones. I have to kill enemies with physical damage 3 times, and I have to apply bleed 3 times on this run. Which is really not bad. That's actually, like, super easy. So, it is definitely not that scary. I just have to roll 5s, like this. And then I can apply bleed. Cool thing is, I really like the combinations with this. Like, if we go and look at dice here, I rolled a 6. 6 won't let me put my bleed on enemies, but I got a butter knife on him. And I could do a butter knife if I wanted to re-roll that to be smaller, which would be kind of interesting to do that. And then you can make it odd if you want to, and then apply more bleeds. I think that's a very interesting way to do this, honestly, is being able to manipulate dice to change kind of like your objectives or change like the things that are possible with your character. I think that's really, really cool. I'm gonna let that guy bleed to death. Oh, can he move? He can't. He just gets to sit there. My god, the dice. And there's a cap out of 7 dice on this, right?
Well, you can go beyond that, then the tray will expand. But 7 is like what we expect you to maybe get.
This is my favorite move so far. I saw that you have a bunch of different characters. Are those characters that are going to be unlocked through gameplay? Are they unlocked through like a DLC kind of a system? How do you get new characters?
Yeah, so maybe it'll appear after you've completed this one, but there are specific rescue missions that appear in the islands, and then every island will have a couple of heroes associated with that island. And then if you complete that rescue mission, you actually unlock that hero as well. As well as then being able to swap your party in the run with the heroes that you rescued in that run. So if, let's say your paladin died again, but you had that other hero rescued, you can either choose to revive that hero or just swap him out with the other one.
That's awesome. Yeah, that's actually a really cool system. Yeah, because that was one of the things I was wondering about is like, can I actually do this in a way where it matters, right? Like, can I unlock these guys in a run? Can I add them to my party? What happens if I have a ghost character? Like, can I even replace him, or is that run just scuffed, you know? So that's cool. I really like that. I'm actually unlocking the Mystic on this one, which should revive characters that have died on this run. And you can turn off permadeath if you want to. So if you want to do the easier mode, you can make it so that when your characters die at the end of combat, they don't disappear. They don't turn into a ghost, kind of a thing.
Yeah. Unless they all die, then it's game over.
Yeah, then it's done. Yeah. There we go. Another bleed application. And it counted as a physical death, so that's good. Can we heal this tent? No. Immune to healing. Sadness. No healing, like, giant structures. None of that, apparently.
Not yet. Wink, wink.
Not yet. Not yet. I wish to build the structure. Oh, no, I'd light him on fire. Oh, this is a terrible spot to move. I'll do that. Let's do this. Annihilated. Honestly, stacking points into one character feels incredibly good. How do you balance a game like this? What is your primary objective when doing balance work?
Well, let's just say we try our best. You know, it's mostly for us, you know, just the way we designed the whole skill system. Like, we can't avoid people cheesing it a little bit, but then on the other hand, that is a single player game, so if you want to cheese things a little bit and have fun with it, that's completely fine with us. But other than that, it's mostly, you know, we have our initial set of actions, we have our enemies, and then we kind of, as we play around with them, we check, okay, are these actions in the same tier, roughly equivalent in output and usefulness to each other, and are they, like, do they instantly wipe the entire map or not? Then it's obviously a bit too strong. Like, does it put you too much in a situation where it's too specific to use? Maybe we need to make it AoE instead, you know. It's a bunch of factors to consider, but at the end of it, it's really a lot of, you know, just try something, see if it works. Maybe it needs a, you know, a 1-up or a 1-down. Or maybe it just doesn't work at all for whatever reason.
Yeah. Have you tried to implement something you thought was going to be really cool and it just turned out to be awful? Like, I know you talked about that for, like, height stuff before. It just didn't work. But is there anything, like, mechanics-wise, like a spell, an ability, a character even, that you tried to do and it just didn't turn out right?
Yeah, we tried shapeshifting for the druid is one thing, which led to a whole lot of technical complications, which... You know, at the time I was just fixing one bug after the other, and then I fixed one and I created 3 more, and I'm like, okay, you know what? Let's see if we can just make this work without the whole shape-shifting thing.
Yep, that's funny. So one bug creates many bugs for that. There we go.
Yeah, as one does.
Now I think I can actually light people up. There we go. Get rid of him. And then we can re-roll this dice. Roll odd! Do it! That's not odd at all. Terrible. Who can we even heal? Nobody. Alright. Ah. Gigantic Dice Master. There we go. I could just blow up everybody in my party. That seems like a good option, right? Just blow up everyone. Right, Chad?
You get to check out the ghost mechanic.
Yeah, the ghost mechanic. That seems like a great idea. It looks like it could only use Meteor Shower twice during the combat, too, which is pretty interesting, actually. That's as far as we get to move. Can I hit anybody else? I think I can. Oh, it'll hit him. There we go. Eat it! I love that there's, like, charges of spells, too. It really feels very tabletop RPG to me, to be able to have, like, here are your spell slots. I can only cast Meteor Shower twice, you know? That's quite cool. I can only summon 3 imps from this. And it may feel restrictive, but balance-wise, I think that's probably the correct thing. It feels really nice.
Yeah,
it feels good to play.
Very much needed.
Yeah. Alright. You... claw this guy to death. Actually, that feels like a wasted action. Let's not do that. We're going to undo that. Because he's going to die to bleed anyway. So let's fireball that guy. Yeet. Done. And then you... I love how kind of out of hand this ends up getting. Getting 2 strikes like this just feels really good. Like, all of this feels really quite nice. I start to feel like I have, like, a lot of options, a lot of control. It really scales quite well in terms of gameplay and options for the player. And it goes fast, too. Like you were saying, you wanted it to be more of a, like, a quick experience inside of the levels.
Yeah. Like, kind of provide, like, not have to wait 30 hours for your next skill point. Just, okay, here's a character, see what it does. maybe it's not for you. You try a different one next time.
Is this a full roguelike, meaning that everything is reset between runs, or are there any roguelite mechanics, like meta progression, that is stored? Outside of character unlocks, that is.
Yeah, no, character unlocks are the only thing that is really permanent. Basically, the rest is you start from scratch each time.
That's awesome. I actually really like that. It's cool because most people are trying to go the route of, meta progression, unlock everything. Every time you do anything, you get powers, and they stay forever. It's nice. It's kind of refreshing to see something that's just kind of focused on, this is what we want the game to be. It's just, you do a run, the run goes well or doesn't go well. Maybe you unlock some characters, and that's it.
Yeah, I mean, it also aligns with, the fact that we are sort of making this for people who might not have the time to, invest hours and hours into a single thing. Like, there is a decent chance that you can just complete your run on the first try, and then if that's all the time you had, then you could have a satisfying experience with it.
Yeah.
Instead of having to keep grinding and grinding until you have the power to progress as the game tells you.
Oh, I got another shirt. More chest armor.
Yeah.
How many items do I have now? The equipment's going wild. What is this, 4? Give that to him. And then we'll go up here. She's down to 18. We'll make that 20 because she's got the cursed dice. How many skills do we need on you? Regain 1 HP whenever you deal fire damage with an action. That's bonkers. Stein's an old classmate of yours. No way. Yeah, we've worked together and known each other for, I don't even know. It's been a very long time.
Crazy how small this whole world really is.
It really is quite tiny. Game dev world is even smaller. The internet is a small place, and then the world of game dev is an even smaller place. Someone in chat actually asked something really interesting. Do you have any intention or ideas around creating like a Twitch extension? We've seen that before with other games like Noita. And that one, people in chat can make the game harder or easier in different ways by applying buffs or debuffs to different things that you do. And most often they try to kill me. That's how that goes, because your chat is always going to try to kill you as the streamer. So I think something like that, what do you think about that? How do you feel?
I mean, I think that sounds like it would be fun. I hadn't really thought about it before, but I've definitely put it on the to-research list. If that's something we can do post-launch, then, I mean, I can't promise anything, but if that's not too overly complicated to integrate, then it might be an option.
Yeah, fair. The other thing is, what platforms do you want to release this on? Because you've got it on Steam. I don't know, do you have a Linux version? Are you planning on putting it on Mac? Are you interested in any consoles like Nintendo Switch or anything like that? Because I would want to play this on my Steam Deck, to be clear. Like, it feels really quite nice, but I don't know how... I don't know if it has controller support even. I haven't even tried that. It does have controller support.
Yeah, and we are regularly testing it on our own Steam Deck, so it should all work fine. It might be a bit clunky in terms of UI stuff, but we'll refine that as we go. Yeah, Steam is definitely our first platform, PC first. We don't have access to a Mac yet, so I can't really test a Mac build yet. But it's very much we start PC, Steam, and then depending on how many resources we will have available after that, we will try to port to as many PC platforms, so Linux and Mac first, and then at some point we do want to make a Switch port. That might take a while, since that will be the first time that we're doing this, and I would like to try my hand at it firsthand instead of letting some other people do it, just to get that experience. But yeah, Switch is definitely something we want to do, but at this point it really depends on how the game performs once it releases.
Interesting. I also saw that you guys
see in chat, don't do Mac.
Yeah, let's forget about Mac. We've talked about it a bunch. It's like such a
developed for iOS. It sucks.
Yeah, it does. Good. I'm glad you understand. I was gonna say, like, I did the same thing, and it's just not great. It feels real bad. So I'm glad you understand. That being said, like, I saw that you guys don't have a publisher. Are you interested in a publisher? Or do you want to do it all yourself? Either way is totally fine. It's a good answer either way. It's mostly just trying to figure out your intention.
Yeah, no, we are going the whole self-publishing route. We do have an investor in the form of the Midgame Fund, which is a sort of a Dutch group of game developers who want to support other Dutch developers. So they're kind of helping us facilitate the whole self-publishing thingy.
That's great.
Yeah, we did try looking for publishers. But then, as I mentioned earlier, like some of the feedback we got that, this might be too much of a clash between art style and gameplay, and then it's like most of them weren't really interested in something like this. So that's why we ended up doing it ourselves.
Nice. Yeah, no, that's great, to be honest with you. I think, for me, I think we live in a time where self-publishing is the correct way. Like, almost entirely. And the reason why is because it is easier now to self-publish your games than any other time in history. Like, we have the capability of doing that now when you just kind of couldn't before. Like, not really. If you wanted to sell a game in the past, it was physical media. And the idea of producing physical media as like a solo developer, that's not happening, man. Like, it's so expensive, and even then you'd have to get it on shop stores, like on shelves, and it's too much. So you'd have to go with a company to work on that with you. But today, you put it on Steam. It costs $100 one time. And that's not even money that you lose. It's a bet with Gaben. After you sell enough copies, they give it back. Which is like, it's just wild, like, to see that. And that's most of your publishing deal done right off the bat with Steam. So it's kind of interesting to me to see. And it's always cool to see, like, different ways that different devs feel. And I'm glad you're going the route of self-published, because I want you guys to keep your whole game,
Yeah,
I think it's quite good.
I mean, the one thing I will say that is a bit more effort than I had anticipated is the whole marketing aspect of it. Getting the game into the hands of people who will then play it and showcase it, and getting into all sorts of events and stuff like that. Like, it takes a bit more effort than I had anticipated, but so far it's panning out decently.
I'm really glad, because like that is the most difficult part that I've seen, and it's why we run in December. That's why we started this event.
Yeah.
Was to make sure that there was something that, devs who otherwise wouldn't be able to would now be able to do something about it. They'd be able to showcase their games.
Yeah, thanks for that very much.
Yeah, no, absolutely, and like I'm really glad you guys sent this in, and I'm really glad we could showcase it. Like, your game is really cool, and I think the biggest thing for me is there's so many games that exist out there that you'd never hear of, right? Like, there's amazing ideas. Like, this is really, really cool. And I probably would find out about this through Stein eventually.
I should hope so.
That's how that always goes. But I think that, with this, it's fantastic. And I think what you're making is really fantastic. And I hope that you find success with this, especially as your first game and pouring so much love into it. And it is so unique visually and gameplay wise. It's quite fun.
We'll keep our fingers crossed.
Yeah. How many of you guys in chat wishlisted the game? By the way, wishlisting a game costs you nothing and helps Steam to find that game through the algorithm. So do it. Do it. You did? Nice. 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 That's a lot of me's. Good.
Hey.
Speaking of Steam, actually, do you guys have any ideas for any type of achievements or anything like that?
Yeah, we have most of our achievements implemented at this point.
Nice.
I think at this point we have like 47 of them, so there should be plenty to do.
Nice.
They're also kept track in game, so if we do go to Switch in the future, then it shouldn't, the achievements are just tied to the game, not necessarily to Steam itself.
Mm-hmm. Can I get an achievement for getting a Yahtzee?
Maybe.
Maybe? Okay. I did have that idea. I was like, there's so many dice. Like, I feel like I should get a Yahtzee. Oh my god, look at this.
Yeah, fun fact, Yahtzee is apparently like a trademark name, but Yahtzee spelled with a Y at the end is not. So
that's pretty good. Technicalities. Getting Steam Deck compatibility, they actually just said yes.
Yes.
Yeah. Look at this. I got a 4 kill.
Do it.
Oh, it's beautiful. So much money. Fire raining from the sky. Meteor shower is busted. I really enjoy that. And I like it because it's like you only want to use your super high dice rolls on it because you only get to cast it twice, right? Yeah, I love the idea of rolling dice first on the turn. I don't know if I've seen a TTRPG do that. Do you guys know any tabletops that do that? Because I think that's awesome feeling. Like, it really lets you kind of... I don't know. It really lets you feel kind of like you're in a lot more control. You know? You see it in board games? I think I've only seen it in board games, though. Like, not in a tabletop. And I think it's interesting because, like, it feels really... It's not something I've experienced before. Set a Watch does it. And I believe you said, was it Dicey Dungeons was the one?
Yeah, although that's a video game.
Yeah, a video game for that. Yeah, I had never seen that mechanic before. I quite enjoy that. Turn that into a 5 and then bleed him. That's finished.
Got him.
Yep.
Yeah, it's kind of funny because we occasionally we play those D&D adventure set games, which is just like to simplify just a quick dungeon crawl thing. But even there, it's like, oh yeah, I'm gonna attack this guy. Roll, boom, 1. Oh fuck, there goes my whole turn.
Yeah, exactly.
And then we were like, man, I wish this was more like Double Dungeon, where you can just see what you can do beforehand.
No, I super agree. Like, I would love to. I feel like this feels more natural, which is weird because I've played D&D like most of my life, man. So like. It just feels really nice to be like, I created a pool of actions that I get assigned to other things in my turn, It's very interesting. God, I love the dice all over the screen. That's hilarious looking. Let's make more imps. Just want more imps. Imps everywhere, Nice. Another imp. Getting a massive dice pool and then just dumping imps all over the screen feels fantastic. Yeah, that's an interesting one. Do you have any ideas for merchandise for this? Especially with the characters being as kind of like... I don't know what the word for this would be, but they look like they would make great toys, right?
Yeah, plushies is definitely something we're investigating. Michelle had a couple of prototypes made. Which were very expensive, but they did prove the point that yes, this stuff is cute as hell. But then, obviously the big question is how are we going to handle shipping? Are we going to partner up with someone who's going to do that for us? Because we're probably not going to have the budget to just in bulk import a bunch of those, have them stored in our, because we work from our own home, so they'd have to go somewhere in the attic or whatever, and then shipping costs and stuff like that.
I did that route, so I went to a manufacturer directly in China, did the 6 to 8 month process of emails back and forth, got prototypes, got it all built, and it actually got made. We made a whole bunch of units. They shipped to my house, and I have been shipping them from my house ever since. I have to say,
how has that been going?
Scary at first. Really scary at first. But then I started working with the shipping company. As funny as it is, the name of the company is Pirate Ship, which is fantastic for us because we're pirate software, Classic. Right? But all they did was they just pull the cheapest cost of a USPS shipment and just give you the cheapest one available, and then you just ship it through USPS here in the US, and it's like immediate. We could do international shipments and everything as well through that. It's great. It's fantastic, actually. So like, it was scarier at first, and then once I got into a flow, it was fine. The only thing I had to buy that I didn't have was a label printer, like one of those sticker printers, and then you just print the label out, you clip it off, you put it on the package, you go to the PO box and you send it. That's it. It was like super easy. So like, it is definitely doable, but you will have to have space for boxes. That's like, and you might need a label printer. But I can say that like, having done that, I think it was worth it, because when you go through a third party, and I've tried this as well, we've done that same thing. We were able to sell our plush for $25. When we went through a third party, it had to be $45. And we received dramatically less money than selling the $25 one. So the end user ends up paying a ton more, and the third party ends up soaking up a ton of money from that. But it's all balancing. It's like, how much do you want to actually carry it rather, in terms of like cost on space in your house,
Yeah.
But
for us, it's mostly going to be like a fun thing to have done, like check that off the bucket list. So I think for merchandise, at first, it's probably just going to focus on that goal. Less about how much are we going to end up making from it.
Yeah. I think
especially since we are like a small studio. So
I think the scariest thing that I had to deal with at the time is they have kind of like tiers of manufacturing. And once you hit certain thresholds for like number of products made, the price drops into the floor per unit each time. So we had to make 500 of them.
Yeah.
It's just like, really, at the time, it was horrifying. I was like, oh my God, I don't even know if we have 500 people in the community, man. Like, but we did it, and it ended up working out. So I can say, like, definitely check everything, but it is doable. It is definitely something. I don't regret having done it, if that makes sense.
Okay. Yeah, thanks for the advice.
Absolutely. Karis, thank you for the raid.
Was that Pirate? Pirate ship is what you said?
Pirate Ship is their name, yeah. We work with them all the time. They're great. I super like working with them. Mostly because it's just like, this is easy. You know, I don't have to worry about anything. Just go on there and hit the shipment and be done with it. God, Fireball does so much damage. You know, why shouldn't I blow myself up? Why shouldn't I? Why? There was just one enemy left. That's fine. No one died, you know?
That'll show him.
Yeah. He only had 1 health left and would have died on his own turn, but why shouldn't I cast that? And I've only got a couple of things left here, so the demo will end when I finish this, basically, right? Because I got 2.
Yeah, well, the demo will end once you find and defeat the final boss, so...
Oh, cool. So he could just be in here, I guess, there.
No, you will know by the node when it appears. It's gonna be that
fancy now. How embarrassing to be found like this. Trapping beasts is usually more my thing. Oh, they got stuck in there. But now I have even more skill points. I've gotten every bonus skill point so far. It's been great. I noticed that there's no type of, like, resurrection effects in this. Is that something that is, like, a full design choice, or is it something that you want to revisit or anything like that? Because I did notice that, and I don't know if that's bad feeling at all, really, but it was more like a shock kind of thing.
Yeah, no, we're like I intentionally wanted to keep healing up to a bit of a minimum, so no resurrection during the game. We did eventually add like the whole mystic ghost element after the fact, because we did get a lot of feedback like, oh shit, this kind of feels really bad that now everything is dead and I can't get it back, and especially since we are targeting it to be more of an introductory thing. But yeah, for during battles, like, we do want you to, you know, kind of be on your toes, you know, think about where you're gonna go, how you're gonna defend yourself. So yeah, no rezzing during game.
Yeah, that's fair. Yeah, I like that, to be honest with you, and it does feel like these are shorter like this. In the middle of a run like this, where I have a bunch of nodes finished, can I save and exit and return to this later?
Yeah.
Oh, I can just put shield on people. Huh. Increases all shield given by 1, but I give myself shield at the start of every turn. Do I give myself 2 now? Tanky guy. Going full tank. Yeah, I didn't care how big the room is. I cast Explode myself and deal damage to everybody. I cast Pyrrhic Victory, dude. What happens if you blow up all of your own characters in the last turn? Well, I guess she doesn't do damage to herself. I was wondering if you can get into a condition where you win and lose at the same time. Can't wait to play this game.
It is technically possible, and then you will lose, so be warned.
I lose, but so do they. Fair. Good trade, right?
Everyone loses.
Yeah, everyone loses. Do you have any advice for newer developers? People who are just starting out? People who may be at the beginning of their adventure or maybe want to get into game development?
I mean, the best advice, I guess, is just do it. Just start making stuff. Like, the tools are freely available. Documentation is freely available. Like, there are hundreds of millions of tutorials everywhere. Particularly for the more, what do you call it? The ones that have sticked around for a while, like Unity and Unreal and stuff. Like, they have huge communities with like every question you have can be answered. Especially now that you know ChatGPT is also a thing, so we won't even need to scroll through millions of Stack Exchange things. Although gotta take all that stuff with a grain of salt. But yeah, just get started, make a bunch of shit, learn as you go. Don't try to make an MMO for your first project, because that will end badly. Also, probably don't try multiplayer for your first project, if it is your first project, because that will just double the amount of work you will need to do, at least code-wise and testing-wise and everything. Yeah. I mean, honestly, like, I went to school mainly for IT, but I took like game design as like a second thing, and I can honestly say that during that time I learned more just working on my own projects, figuring things out myself, than necessarily what is taught in that scenario. So if that all makes sense.
Awesome. Yeah, no, it does. It super does. And with that, is there anything else you want to leave chat out with?
I mean, demo is available. Give it a shot if you think this might be for you. Other than that, also if you do encounter anything, please let us know. There's a button F12, I think. You can hit that. Send us your feedback. So we can get the game in as best shape as possible before we ship it for real. Other than that, thank you, Thor, for doing this and giving all the other people a chance to shine as well.
I'm going to give them.
It can be tricky at times.
Oh, yeah, it can. I mean, that's the whole point with this too. I'm going to give them a link to your Discord as well here. Here's the Discord for you guys, so you can follow the game much closer there and talk to the devs and give them feedback and everything on their Discord. So not just the Steam page, but definitely join up on that. Demo is.
I see a question in chat regarding. Sorry, I see a question in chat regarding a mobile version. That is something we are checking out, but it's definitely going to be a post-launch thing, if at all.
That's fair. All right. Well, thank you very much. This was lovely, and your game is fantastic. Definitely tell everyone on the team, especially Stein. They did a great job.
Yeah.
We had them up later because it's wonderful. The art style is fantastic. The gameplay feels really solid and good. The music fits exactly with the visuals. Like, all of this feels great. You guys have done a fantastic job, and I hope that you find success.
Yeah, thanks.
Have a good day.
Yeah, same. Good luck.